that a stone? There's like dual.
It's 10 years. September the 12th will be 10 years. And every day that I'm giving to spend time with him, to know he's there, it's a blessing.
I remember it was a Monday, September 12th. I put on my post, regular day, and then just out of nowhere, it just changed my life forever. I was directing traffic, and a car tried to make an illegal turn, and the SUV was coming the opposite way, crashed into the car, and it ricocheted off the car, and then crashed into me. You know, I had to count my blessings because York-Presbyterian was right there. Like, it was a short ambulance ride.
All we heard is that there was someone hit by a car on York, and he comes to the emergency room, he's very badly injured. If he was any further than 8 blocks away, he might have certainly died en route to the hospital.
I was scared, you know, because I thought that I was gonna die. Like, I felt like I was gonna die. Like, this was it for me. You know, all I wanted to do was watch my little brother grow up to be a man.
There was major vascular damage, which we controlled, which effectively saved his life.
I was there to treat his orthopedic injuries and specifically his right leg fracture and his pelvic fracture.
And I remember the next day they were saying that they was going to take me to surgery.
When Tarrell came back, they put him in a medical-induced coma because he was worse than they actually thought.
Being hit by a 5,000-pound car had done not damage to the big blood vessels, but to all the small blood vessels where the muscles started to die. So his situation became worse, where he was not part of the decision-making process. The decisions were made via his mother.
They tried to save his leg. Then they came to me and told me, we can't save it. I had to make the decision to have his leg amputated.
This ultimately was a life-saving procedure. She was obviously upset by the circumstances, but was completely supportive of us to do whatever we had to do to save his life.
And because I knew New York-Presbyterian was an excellent hospital, whatever they wanted to do, I gave them that permission because I put my son's life in their hands.
When I finally woke up, I was just confused. You know, I didn't know that it was 35 days later. I was just like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I don't have my leg. Like, you know, it's just something that just changes your life forever. Then, you know, after a while, you know, going through therapy, you know, talking with different people and stuff like that, they let me know that, you know, it's going to be okay. New York-Presbyterian, you know, they played a huge part. My physical therapy was top notch.
Initially very scared, and I think that's where our role comes in. It's very important that we help kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel of, yes, you can get from this point that you're at where you cannot use your legs to the point of, yes, you can, and you can do this and you can achieve your goals.
I mean, my whole outlook on life has changed. You have to really live your life how you want to live your life. Because I know where I've been. And, you know, I know what I had to overcome. But it doesn't define me. Like, my injuries doesn't define me. You know, it's what I do after.
His rehabilitation's been spectacular by all accounts, and ahead of schedule at the time. Within less than expected time, he was able to go back to work.
I have a great girlfriend. I travel a lot. It's like I'm living my life again.
You get a lot of satisfaction out of the Tarrellees that you come in contact with, because guys like him with these devastating injuries are examples to all of our patients.
And I have people come up to me and tell me like, wow, you know, you're doing it. You give me inspiration to keep going.
You go to med school for cases like this where you can really help somebody and they are grateful and thankful, and these are the cases you remember your whole life. These are the ones that you tell the medical students about, and so they can be inspired to try and do some of the things that you've been able to do.
just glad that he's here 10 years later and he's able to tell his story.
You know, my brother, you know, I love him, you know, always looked out for me, you know, so I'm just happy, you know, we can, you know, share this time together.
I would like to thank you guys for coming out. I'm truly blessed. I'm surprised about this whole event. You guys are great. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. This is very emotional for me. 10 years.